Coach, what did you like from Jon today? Again, another game where it seemed like he just built off the last one.
Yeah, I mean, he just keeps getting better at our base concepts, and he just seems like he's a quick study. You know, he's picking up the stuff that we're throwing at him. You know, he's getting some extra film in and stuff like that. So he's like, it just feels like he's a quick learner, really. And you know, tonight he was at the 4 a lot more than the previous couple games, and he was switching on the guards, doing a nice job with his switches, and still impacting the game on the rebounding. You know, like sometimes when you're switching, you're up on the floor a little bit, and you don't get back in to grab the rebounds. But I felt like he still did a nice job going and getting some off the glass for us.
Do you find that he doesn't move like a 5? Like his footwork is great. He doesn't lumber at all.
Yeah, I don't want to like pigeonhole him into a position. I think he's a versatile big, and that's big in the way the NBA's played right now. Versatility, versatile bigs. He's got great feet. He takes the challenge of guarding guards, smaller players. He can test the shots well, and he rebounds well. So, yeah, I think he's a basketball player. That's more than he is a position.
Malcolm again starting to feel even more comfortable. Same like Jon Hernandez, building off the last game, shot the ball well.
Yeah, shot the ball well, and I felt like he just he really anticipated the gaps well, and he was able to punch them. Like it's like he knew where the gap was going to be there before he caught the ball, and he caught it and made a quick decision. He got in the paint, drew some fouls, had a couple kickouts. He was solid at both ends. And I probably haven't talked about his defense much, but he just keeps giving it to us on the defensive end every night. You know, he's fighting over the pin downs, and he's taking the challenge.
I thought Terrence was really impressive. What was your impression of him?
Yeah, you know, we kind of let him sit and watch a little bit. You know, we didn't really have the chance to have a full practice with him. And he picked things up pretty quickly. Again, we're going to show him some things on the film so that he has a better understanding. But, you know, certainly comfortable, you know, shooting the ball, you know, really good feet. You know, had that back head out of the corner, which was nice. And I think he, again, like, was taking the challenge of matching up with one of their better offensive players and guarding him, getting into the ball, and I think he's just going to get better the more familiar he gets with our concepts. But very encouraging debut for sure.
Aaron Holiday's a focal point of that Indiana Pacers team. What was the approach guarding him, and what do you think of your team's performance holding him to 6 of 26 from the floor?
Yeah, I thought we definitely had a focus on him. We wanted to make sure we were bringing the crowd to him because he's a very crafty scorer, and he can certainly get it going real quick. At halftime, we made a bit of an adjustment because he was drawing 2 with him, and he was finding the kickouts, and so we made a bit of an adjustment, did a better job of rotating out to the shooters in the second half, and that was effective for us. But he's the type of guy you don't want to let him get started for sure.
With Miller as well, he hit a lot of threes, but there's also a lot of different types of threes. There was a handoff, there was one on a relocation. Do you think getting him active as well is key to kind of getting his rhythm involved?
You know, I think for him, is just take the shots as they come to him, you know? Like, I don't think any of them were, like, forced or anything like that. He did a good job of just sort of getting his way into the game, getting his legs under him, and then when the opportunities came, he took them. And I think there was a couple times he could have shot, and he punched the gap instead and made the next play, and it's not just like he's just spacing out there and waiting for kickouts and shooting. He's trying to impact the offense in a variety of ways, and he is doing a good job of it.
Terrence Davis, but what impressed you the most about what he did today?
What impressed me the most is I don't think there's one thing that impressed me the most. You know, he guarded. He was volunteering to you know, guard some of the better players on the other team. We put him in the zone. He seemed to be able to figure that out pretty good, and he came off, guarded the pin downs pretty well, and he got comfortable with our next action concepts on the offensive end, and he took the shots when they were there, and when they weren't there, he made the next play. Probably a bit better ball handler than I was expecting, so that was a nice surprise. And just keep working on his reads in the pick and roll, and he'll be a nice contributor going forward for sure.